they attempt to conceal his light in the continent, he would assuredly rear his head in the midmost part of the ocean, and raising his voice proclaim, "I am the life-giver of the world." Vanuatu, a small chain of islands in the Pacific Ocean. A place where traditional lifestyles and beliefs have endured largely unchanged for centuries. This peaceful nation was to be the destination of Afemata Molly Chang, who journeyed from his homeland of Samoa to present the glad tidings of the revelation of Baha'u'llah.
First of all, my dear friends, I have to introduce myself. My name is Molly Chang, and my title name is Afemata. Afe means 1,000. Mata means I. So I leave it to your interpretation. So in my village, I am a high chief and a final saint. But in the Baha'i faith, I'm a Baha'i. I'm nothing. I'm just an instrument for the establishment of the kingdom of God on earth.
Councillor Chang's distinction as a Samoan chief brought about unique opportunities to meet with the custom leaders of Vanuatu. This formal reception held at the National Nakamal was organised by the Vanuatu Council of Chiefs. The meeting included the traditional kava ceremony, which is an essential part of any discussion among chiefs of the Pacific. The ceremonial preparation and drinking of kava has been regarded as a source of spiritual guidance.
Mr. President of the Council of Chiefs, with great honor, I'm receiving this kava. Before I take it, we have to thank God that He made this day that we can come together under His name. It is the day of friendship, not only between you and I, but also between you and the Baha'i friends of Vanuatu. May God bless you all. Thank you.
Moving on from the national capital, Councillor Chang travelled to the southern island of Tanna, where he was ceremonially welcomed.
Today, hour has come. The holy manifestation of God. He was sent by God to this world to unite mankind, to put us together in true love and harmony, in good fellowship.
Today, Bahaula Emikam. Emikam, lo unite me everyone. Lo put me everyone, he come one place. Emikaram love he come.
The faith of God is for all of us. We need that. We need God. We need His guidance. We need His protection for our better life.
Faith to God, or talk to God, and me blame everyone. You may need them something. You want them something.
Councillor Chang's visit was also highly significant from a historical point of view. By making this journey across the Pacific, Councillor Chang was retracing the footsteps of his Samoan Christian forefathers. At Port Resolution, where the first missionaries arrived in the 1800s, the advent of a new spiritual message was fully acknowledged. Through a series of reenactments, Councillor Chang was to relive the journey of his missionary ancestors.
The people have been waiting for this for so long, and since the first missionaries arrived here, they've gone to some times, and they have been expecting something to change so far, got into the cultures and the traditional, and now they have come to it, and it is sort of like us in the Baha'i faith, it's a prophecy that's been fulfilled. And as we go along there to where these first missionaries arrived before, you will see the ruins of the churches and the places where they first arrived during what we call the hidden time. And as it says in the books of Baha'i, that the Baha'i's world order is now coming up, and it sort of represents, the ruins sort of represent the old world that we have to build up the new one. We Baha'is to do that.
The first Samoan missionaries met with a hostile reception. Today's welcoming party acts out the aggression of the past. With the reenactments completed, Councillor Chang was taken to the former site of the Presbyterian Church, where a number of gifts were presented to the village on behalf of the Baha'i community.
Chief Narua, like to present to you these books from the Baha'i faith. This is the statement of Baha'u'llah in your language. This title Baha'u'llah meaning the glory of God. Glory of God. This is about the covenant of God and the world for nowadays. Covenant. This is the peace statement from the Universal House of Justice on Mount Carmel. And this is the booklet about the Baha'i faith. Have some pictures inside of the temples of the Baha'i faith around the world. Chief Brown, I would like on behalf of the Baha'is of Vanuatu to present to you these books. This is the statement about Baha'u'llah. This is the peace statement from the Universal House of Justice on Mount Carmel. And this is the booklet about the Baha'i faith. This is the card for you to declare yourself as a Baha'i.
Emina mi tangelo, I think to follow Putum Blondesia, I miss up long hand for you.
This atmosphere of mutual respect and appreciation was evident in all the villages visited by Councillor Chang. One of the most significant proclamations made during Councillor Chang's visit took place at Enketale. This village is the home of Chief Vangota, one of the most respected chiefs on the island of Tanna.
When we arrived in the village, and there was a welcoming ceremony by the chief from Enketale and some other chiefs, and there was a big, very big meaning, because it will appear in the eyes of all the people of that island, Tanna, and maybe some of the other islands of the Vanuatu. They will be very surprised, because the chief, when he gave his talk, he gave a presentation which is a cover route, and on his talk he said this cover route means the life of the people of Tanna Island, which he held it long time ago until today. And he said, now I give this to you. I know you come to bring something from me, now I give it to you. That's the meaning of the cover. And he told us that now he gave the key to us. We have the key now. Before he has it. he has the key. All Tana listen to him. Whatever he says, all Tana follows. But today, he gave it to us. He gave it to us. So we know the meaning.
We have gathered today here in this land, especially in this property, to witness the will of God, which is all mankind to be one, to be united. This cover here thank you very much. In past generations, we believed this kind of thing is sacred in our cultures and traditions. It was like God to us. But then again, when Christianity comes to the Pacific, then he changed the whole evolution of mankind, of understanding and concept about God. So in my country, it was our king, the head of state of Western Samoa, who accepted Christianity in the Pacific. And here again in our generations, it's 2,000 years now since Christ had laid those promises in the Bible for us. And it is again our head of state for nowadays, His Highness Malietotan Mafili II, has accepted the new teaching of God which we were waiting for, the Baha'i faith. The teachings of Baha'u'llah unites all mankind, no matter what color your skin is, which island you're from, which country you're from. We all belong to one family, family of mankind. This is what our ancestors were waiting for. It's coming.
There's some prophecies in some sort of belief that the islanders believe. You see, there's a hill, top mountain, and for them is the gate that symbolizes the gate. And whenever the gate is open, they will, in their prophecies, they will see something will happen. But the gate is open 2 years ago, and they were waiting for this thing. They don't know what, but they still waiting until today. And when they saw us, they saw the chief, Molichan, come in. They said, this is the day. This is what we are waiting for. That's why he said, I give you the key.
And raise the call of the kingdom 9 times. Ya Baha'u'llah. Ya Baha'u'llah. Ya Baha'u'llah. Ya Baha'u'llah.
Ya Bahaulaba, Ya Bahaulaba, Ya Bahaulaba.